Hello, hello, hello. Today I'm going to do something a little different. We have the I Ching, which I've been doing readings on, and I have been, excuse me, referencing the trigrams and the hexagrams and reading from the first half of the book. Whatever the hexagram is, I get it from the first half of the book, and I read this part, and I read the paragraph, and I read the image, the judgment, and then the paragraph and the image. And then depending on if I have changing lines, I will read whatever the lines are that are changing. And that's what I've been doing so far in these videos. But I wanted to give you another aspect to the I Ching, and that is the commentaries in the back half of the book. In the back half of the book, I have this in here for some reason. I must have had this particular hexagram at one point. Let's see, which was it? Which was it? It was the receptive, okay? So this is hexagram number 2. So what I always do, is I read the first half, I read it in the first part of the book, and then I flip to the back. And these are commentaries that people have been making about the hexagrams for the last, 1,000 years or so. And so you get a deeper understanding of what it means. So, for example, in this case, this is the second hexagram, which is the receptive. The first is the creative, the second is the receptive. So let's go to the first half of the book. The receptive. And let me get my reading glasses on so I can read. It usually helps. I have reading glasses and seeing glasses. Okay, the receptive. And I don't know how this is going to turn out. Sideways, upside down, I never know. Okay, so the judgment. Let's just look at the judgment. The receptive brings about sublime success, furthering through perseverance of a mare. If the superior man undertakes something and tries to lead, he goes astray. But if he follows, he finds guidance. It is favorable to find friends in the west and south. That's very interesting. To forego friends in the east and north. Quiet perseverance brings good fortune. And then it goes on, the 4 fundamental aspects of the creative, sublime success, furthering through perseverance, are also attributed to the receptive. Here, however, the perseverance is more clearly defined. It is that of a mare. The receptive connotes spatial reality in contrast to the spiritual potentiality of the creative. Okay, what this is talking about, the first hexagram is the creative. And in Chinese thinking, this is the creative is yang and the receptive is yin. Creative they attribute to masculine energy and receptive to feminine energy. So in the back, what do they say? The same hexagram. The receptive brings about sublime success, blah, 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 blah. Commentary on the decision. Perfect indeed is the sublimity of the receptive. All beings owe their birth to it because it receives heavenly with devotion. This is, again, the concept of the yin, the female, the feminine principle. This is the explanation of the word sublime in the judgment. The greatness of the receptive is characterized as perfect. That which attains the ideal is perfect. This means that the receptive is dependent upon the creative. While the receptive is dependent upon the creative, while the creative is the generating principle to which all beings owe their beginning, because the soul comes from it, the receptive is that which brings to birth, that which takes the seed of the heavenly into itself and gives to beings their bodily form. So as you can see, and this goes on, as you can see, there's more to it in the back of the book. And it goes on and explains all the other parts of the hexagram. So what it's saying here essentially is that there's, again, it's the yin-yang principle, that when heaven and earth come together, the creative and the receptive, that is what creates life and all things in form. If you only had the creative, you would only have the spiritual, the heavenly, the unseen. You need the receptive, the earth, the feminine principle, to take that spiritual principle and bring it into form on earth. But if you only read the first part, you only read from the first part of the book, you might not get that. So I urge you, if you're going to take up the I Ching, look in the back. Look in the back. There's more to it than you will find in the first part. So that's today's I Ching, and I hope you find this interesting. If you do, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Do you ever use the I Ching? Do you take it and throw the coins, or if you are expert enough to use yarrow sticks, do you use them? And what do you find in it? Okay, leave me a comment, and while you're at it, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. It would really, really help me. Thank you.